Hello, this is the Blimey Cow YouTuber, and welcome back to another video. Today we'll be watching Jordan's Messages, I Love My Brother. Honestly, Jordan's Messages with a title like that can go one of four ways, and three of them are bad. Anyways, though, as usual, I will be watching it, commentating on it, and then reading some of the comments thereunder. So, without any further ado, let's just get right into this.
Guys, Josh and I, this week, we have had this bonding connection. I don't know.
Sounds like it's going the one good way.
What happened. Well, I do. It was your messages. Thank you so much. We are hoping and praying that this continues. All right, Josh, let's read the messages. What are your thoughts on the current state of Tooth and Nail Records? Is its golden age over, or is there still hope that we'll see new, innovative, exciting bands be signed in the future?
Tooth and Nail Records. Wild Shot in the Dark, is that the publicist's publishing recording company that published As Cities Burn? Because if not, I have no idea where this is going.
As much as I'd like to think that the golden age isn't over, I think that it's over. And I'll tell you when it ended. Cornerstone 2000, and what year was it, Josh? As Cities Burns last 2005. When As Cities Burn broke up. Well, they were on Tooth and Nail, right? As Cities Burn was on
Solid State.
Yeah, Solid State. And after that show, when they broke up, I knew it was over. And then Cornerstone stopped.
Okay, so it sounds like I was partially correct, at least. I guess it's not clear from that whether or not they exclusively used Tooth and Nail. But yeah.
If you were in a burning building with Kelly and Josh, and you could get out of the building and only send one person, who would you save?
Only send one person? Okay. If you were in a burning building with Kelly and Josh, and you could get out of the building and only send one person, who would you save? You're saying you send only one person. Is that out of you three, or are you getting out of the building and saving one of Kelly and Josh? I'll let Jordan answer the question, but I'm just a little bit confused about how it's phrased.
I mean, as much as I love Kelly, I love Josh even more. 21 years of complete bliss. Josh, I got your back, man. Fitty fitty, forever. If you could...
Yeah, I'm gonna double down on, they threaded the needle. They got this title going the one way it could without being weird.
If you could go back to when you were in high school and change something, what would you do differently?
You know, if I could go back to when I was in high school... Well, actually, I don't know. High school wouldn't be far enough back. I mean, I'd still change the same thing, but it might be too late at that point. I guess on the bright side, I can always change it now because it's still going on. Shit.
I think what I would have done would have been to not worry so much about the cool kids, because later on in life you realize that the cool kids aren't so cool anymore. What was life like before As Cities Burn? Life?
Jordan's obsession with this band is complete. like absolute totalitarian, not totalitarian, totaling. I don't know.
Before Acidy's burn was a state of cynicism for me, and Josh here was trying to get me out of it. And I was hard-hearted, I didn't want to, but then my loving brother, after so many years of helping me in life, was like, Jordan, you need to stop hating As Cities Burn. You need to stop. And so I listened to them, and I loved them. Just, I owe so much to you. Unless you're Kelly, and you happen to be my sister-in-law, and you're very angry, send me an email at messages@blimeycow.com. Wow, Josh. Second week in a row. Great messages. I think that it's you, or maybe you guys, something's just changed in you guys. Maybe from watching messages, you just gotten such great advice from me that all of a sudden you can spell. Don't be messy. And leave good messages.
We'll see how long that spelling goes on. I didn't actually check for it because I usually don't. I'm guessing that if I did, I would find some spelling errors, or at least, you know what? I just tried to say that I am not picky about these things, but clearly I am. Maybe I need help. Alright, before I get inundated with ads, I'm going to go down to the comment section and read some comments. Alright, so I've gone down to the comment section and I've picked out a few comments that I'm going to go ahead and read real quickly here. At Melissa0122205 says, I feel like you guys listened when I left a comment last week asking to see more positive sibling relationships. Thanks. Also, happy birthday, Amy. I don't know. As a guy that grew up with a bunch of brothers, I never really minded, I don't know, I guess, put down jokes and, sibling rivalry, and I guess you could say negative sibling relationships. I always found it kind of funny, in this and in other things. But I don't know. I mean, I know my mom would always get uptight about seeing siblings that weren't all, I don't know, ooey gooey, friendly, lovey dovey, weird. Anyways, at Stacy Make Do says, I bet Kelly loves Josh so much that she'd want to save him too, or that she'd want you to save him too. That's you know, at first when I first read this, I thought she was saying that she'd want to save him too, but it says she'd want you to save him too. And I was already gonna say that there's a decent chance that this is some chick, fangirling, or celebrity crushing, or what have you, on Josh. Now, don't get me wrong. If most people in that situation would say no, save the other person. You know, if they're in the situation where either they could be saved or someone else could be saved. even if it's a stranger. Most people would say that. But I feel like this is coming from this person sort of thinking like, wow, Josh is such a great man. I bet Kelly's so lucky to have him, you know. Not anything about that necessarily. Just that's what it kind of seems like. Now, it would be funny, or I think, if she was saying that Kelly loves Josh so much that she'd save Josh. No, she'd want Jordan to save Josh. That she'd save Josh over Jordan, not over her. Which would be kind of funny. Like, because on the one hand, it's like, oh, she's, you know, saving her husband, but on the other hand, it's kind of like, oh, she's saving Josh because you wouldn't save her, so she doesn't. Either you get it or you don't. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Anyways, Heath123 says, I like this kind of Jordan's messages the best. I like the other ones you have made, but I feel like you've never really answered anybody's questions. Partially true up to this point. I'd say that most of the questions don't really deserve proper answers, including most of these ones here. Were kind of like, okay, kind of like, who cares? At least from my perspective. But yeah, I mean, he does start getting more serious questions later in messages, especially in modern day messages. Anyways, lastly, I've got this from Hannah Batchelder 162, who I've actually had one of her comments here before. Anyway, she says, wait, I promise I won't comment anymore, but I just realized that Josh was the guy who was giving out a CD to the fifth caller a long time ago on WNAZ, and we called just a little too late. He heard someone go, aw man, in the background and gave us 5 CDs. That was so cool for me and my sis. We still remember it, so thanks. Now, this is a cool story, I guess, but I wonder how she realized this. She says she just realized this. Like, I don't know, does their voice just sound the same? Because it sounds like they called into a radio station. I've never heard of Josh working for a radio station. Maybe I have. I don't know. But I don't know. It would be kind of cool to see this story corroborated, or confirmed by Josh. Anyway, so that is that's all the comments I've picked out for today. And with that being said, I want to thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can watch the original and subscribe to Blimey Cow. Links for both of those will be in the description below. But without any further ado, thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.